Radio.
Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss Hug-n-Pecks, grabbing them by the Lapels, and Tugging the World. All this with special guest Bridey Elliott. Now play the music, Smitty. Couch is bad for my posture.
I think take a.
Yeah, there's pillows.
There's pillow, buddy.
We can afford 2 pillows.
Do you need a pillow?
Per episode.
Nah,
You sure?
See, you don't want that one.
What?
that's okay.
That's a sweat pillow. That's
one in your pit.
Oh, wasn't in
Just
the pit.
kidding.
Wasn't in the pit. One in the pit and.
Nope, let's go ahead and pump the brakes on that one. Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
That's my name.
To his right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Thank you.
And our guest for the entire hour, Miss Bridey Elliott.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Bridey.
Hello.
Bridey.
First time. We've never met before.
First
Yeah,
time,
that's crazy.
Seriously, it is crazy.
We should do magic tricks on each other.
Yeah.
I can tell you've never met before because I've never seen a guest and Mike so far away from each other.
Yeah, what's that about? Are you?
Save it for the pod.
Well, that's true. Well, we
the
are
pod's
podding.
happening right now.
This is
Okay,
pod.
let's see how it plays out.
I was texted to sit far.
Oh,
You was warned.
I was warned. Yeah.
you are exactly out of Mike's reach if he were to reach over right now. It's 3 inches away. Yep. So
Well,
that's
see,
a maximum of 3 inches.
Mike is confusing because there's microphones.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn up the mic.
Let's just say for this one, I'm M. Morona.
Okay.
How are you, Bridey?
I'm great.
Welcome back to New York. You abandoned us.
Yeah.
Which
Sorry.
And now that the weather is good, you come back.
I come back.
smart.
That's smart.
I
Bearing
walk
gifts.
around.
See, you have gotten smarter as you gotten older.
Not many gifts to bear, but
You came back here from LA and then you got sick.
that's true.
That's a thing.
I
now.
know.
People come from LA and they're like, "Oh, great weather in New York. It's 60 degrees and you still get sick."
The weather here is awful. Yeah, that's how I got sick immediately. But I'm better now. I'm not gonna get cooties all over your mic.
And we
I
throw-
know
we-
you guys are worried about that.
I don't want to get cooties on me.
Right.
I don't want to get.
The guy's name is
Mike.
Mike.
I don't want to get my baby sick. I have a little baby,
Oh.
and it is 6 months old, and
Wow.
Gerard had a fever the other day, but he's gonna be okay.
Gerard is his name?
Gerrard.
Dang.
It's a nice old school name,
Yeah,
right?
Gerard Depardieu.
That's right.
The famous sexy tax evader.
Really? He evaded us.
Yeah, he's domiciled elsewhere now. He's like France has too much taxes, so
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just know about the peeing on the plane. He had a
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He did have,
And we all
a
kind
little
of-
incident
Yeah.
on the plane.
he peed his pants.
He got drunk.
oh
Really?
I thought he peed on a plane.
Well,
Well,
he
it
peed
was
in
technically
his
on a
pants
plane.
on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Also,
he
yeah.
wet his seat, is what you're saying. It just doesn't sound as dramatic.
Yeah, people like when they first talked about it, it was like funny because we thought that he had like peed on someone or you know, like
no, you envision it being out and that great Gallic chin somewhere above it, and,
right.
But I thought he was like working the de-icing thing and peeing on the outside of the plane.
Yeah, but then it was just kind of like, oh no, he had an accident. Like, let's all stop joking about it.
The word I kept hearing was incontinent.
Oh,
Well,
that's a sad word.
Gerard
It's a sad word.
is very
That's a word that I'm
well-mannered.
learning in my old
hysterical.
age of wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Incontinent. Not that I am, just the word in general. 'Cause at one point in my life, I'm going to have to use it.
The word
Yeah.
incontinence is often associated with the word grumble.
That's true.
There it is again.
I think Bridey, can you give me your best
We're gonna have a Marge
Danny
Simpson
grumble?
contest. Marge Simpson contest.
Mike?
That hurt my throat.
I heard the little
Yeah. Here you go.
vibrato.
Scratching.
This will be it. We could add this to the soundboard. There'll be 90.
Do you guys snore?
Yeah.
I don't.
Rarely.
Wait, what? Why?
I don't know. I just think snoring is disgusting. My mom, when she doesn't snore, but she does this thing that is probably grosser, where she like when she exhales, her mouth, like her lips part, and it just seems like she's saying poo. Like she's just like
My fiance's dad does that.
How do you know
How do you
this?
know that?
How do you know
Because I've
this?
seen him passed out, not drunk passed out, but like taking a nap on the couch, and he does that same thing. It's
He
weird,
says
like
poo over and over.
no, but he goes,
Yeah, it's just so it's so annoying.
That's interesting.
know what that is.
Yeah,
I've never seen it in my
it's
life
really
before.
terrifying.
I've been next to Dan like when we were taking a long road trip when we went to Indiana, and when every time he was sleeping, his mouth.
I was driving the whole time.
Shady Maples.
Okay.
Shady Maples.
Guys.
What's that mean?
It's a great place in Pennsylvania. That's an inside joke, I guess. There's a great, it's awesome fodder for you.
Do you like meats?
I'm getting out of eating meat. I'm only eating chicken now.
It's cool.
Okay. What
Delaware
about
for you instead, not
Freaking
not
Chicken and
Pennsylvania.
fish.
LA is
Chicken and
ruining
fish.
you.
I know, it's true.
Did you ever do anything with all that stuff I sent you?
Is he talking about?
Did you just get like?
Is that quinoa powder? What did he send? What did he send you?
Well,
Oh,
I
the
sent.
Ayurvedic.
Yeah, I
Is that
sent.
how you pronounce
I
it?
think
Yeah,
so.
very good.
Ayurvedic.
Yeah. I never went through with it because it's expensive. And if I want to starve myself, I can just do that
It's
without
not that
spending that
You
much
could do that
It
for
doesn't
free.
have to be
Yeah.
expensive.
You could starve yourself
it seemed
for free.
like the program was expensive. I could have just like
Because you wanted to jump into your
I
own
just wanted
program
to do
there.
the cleanse or whatever.
Yeah, well,
because
that's
I feel
why
like
I gave you all the information.
I know
so
you
could just
did,
do
and I
it.
got obsessed with it and told a lot of people about it. But then I just didn't do it. I was even I was telling my friend today
I think
about.
that's half the economy of LA.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it again next week.
You are?
Yeah,
That's exciting.
yeah. So
More power to you.
Yeah, can we have a
It's-
webcam? A confessional that he.
no, you know what? The most expensive thing is the juices.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's 42 bucks a day
Right.
for 3 days of just juice.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Or
of
just
money.
buy a juicer.
That,
Yeah, but
those
you
are
still
very
have to buy the produce,
I
and
think
enough
you can-
produce
I
is
think
going to
you-
cost the same.
I ran the numbers. It works out most economically if you lease the juicer and buy the vegetable. I did it. I ran all the numbers.
Can you recommend a juice rental site?
Oh no, you want to go to juicelease.com or lease juices or get out of your juice lease. Sometimes they buy you out.
Get
of
out of,
that's
but
good.
out of OU.
Yeah, OUTTA.
Oh, wow.
Get out of because they buy out people's juice.
Get out of
leases.
your juice lease.
Yes, done a cleanse, done with the shit, but you still got a 60-day lease on that juicer.
I've seen those billboards.
Yeah, it's coming into.
They're really
LA.
long.
It's coming into LA.
They're really long
It's not
billboards.
leaving.
There's a lot of information
Yeah.
to get across. Oh boy.
I
Well,
miss
you
the
should
lap
do it.
band or whatever. I miss the days of the lap
Yeah,
band.
you don't hear a lot of lap
I
bands.
don't know. I
What's the
don't
lap
know.
band? Is the thing that
Banders.
shakes
I don't
you?
think you missed anything.
It was the one.
Oh, the surgery.
No, I think it just like was a belt that they like surgically put on.
Inside you.
Around your
right,
stomach.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
missed that.
Al Roker had it, and then he sharded in the
Oh, really?
in the White House. Yeah, that's a story he told, which is a great story.
It wasn't on the plane with Gerard Depardieu.
no, different.
Different accident.
Gerard was en route to
It's
this
like you're
station.
making yourself a second appendix. You're like, I don't need this. Shoop. Like you're tying up a balloon and
Yeah,
for making party animals for kids.
It happens,
pretty
but
fascinating.
if you eat too much, you can pop it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you'd be
tough.
like, you know what? I used to be able to do a crave case. Time to do it again. Let's just see if we can make this happen.
What's a crave case?
It's a White Castle. It's 30 White Castle sliders in a box.
There are so
a
many
bad-
food metaphors.
It's a real
that you-
bad.
Used
It's
to
a
be
real bad
36.
idea.
Used to be 36, but
Wow.
now
Did
it's
it?
only 30.
Is that true?
I don't know. You are so gullible.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm
6
gullible.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the toilet paper rolls just keep getting thin.
It's because Mayor Bloomberg decided it was too big. You have to only 30 in a case.
Yeah.
not
He's like
36.
people's cravings can only consist of 30.
Do you guys miss Bloomberg? Or are you happy with de Blasio, what he's done to the city?
This is like a series
That was a
of
mic grumble.
this is a series of shitty doctors that have like proceeded to tee off
Yes.
on your older relative that you're going to eventually be financially responsible for. It's really depressing.
It's a good metaphor.
Series
Yeah.
of shitty doctors.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's your rent?
It's not terrible. And I'm in West Hollywood,
Ooh.
which is
Primo.
a little bit. I feel like I'm
Wee-ho.
surrounded by a lot more like aspiring actors. Like I feel like Los Feliz is more like jaded, and more of my friends live there. And now I feel like I'm kind of in Times Square, where people think that they're gonna be, you know, stars, and
They will.
it's more optimistic.
This is a better place for you to put up flyers that have the tearaway tab, as opposed to Los Feliz, which that's like found your exotic puppy mix.
Right. Yes.
I already
exactly.
have those. I get it.
I think Park Slope has both kinds, though. It would easily have both kinds of flyers attached to their telephone poles.
Well, Dan Smith sure has flyers even out
that
here.
guy's got a
son of a
lockdown.
bitch.
Yeah.
He doesn't die, huh?
And he looks exactly
You
the
have to
same.
cut the head. You have to cut the head off. I think is the
yeah.
but then you have to cauterize the neck. You have to burn the neck immediately with a torch.
And no one's been able to cauterize
No,
it.
there's always something else happens, and then two Dan Smiths come.
We'll see what happens is he's really good at getting new people.
Right.
New people will take a lesson from him and then be like, "This guy
become him.
sucks."
Yeah.
And then out, but
then
you
they
get
have
that
him
you get that
growing.
turnaround.
Yeah.
Because he's everywhere.
Yes,
And he looks friendly. All of his photos, he looks friendly.
He doesn't look too friendly, though, you know?
No,
Just friendly
not creepy
enough.
friendly, just enough where you feel like that's a relatable guy. I bet he could teach me how to play an E chord.
It's like in all kinds of superhero movies when you see somebody get possessed and the audience knows they're bad, but they just walk around like, I'm a normal person, and
Right. I had a pretty interesting music lesson teacher recently.
Great segue.
Do too. Was his name Dan?
it gets better.
He was from, I found him on Yelp, and he lives very close to me. Nothing happened to him. But I shan't be going back.
Why?
Did he think he was going to be a star?
I just got a strange vibe. Okay, the first time I took a lesson at the end, he gave me a long hug and then he kissed me on the cheek. And it was like, first he kissed me on the cheek and then a long hug, which is creepier.
What was the lesson?
I got a ukulele.
That's
so.
not a ukulele appropriate. I can't think of a lesson where that is appropriate.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're playing a ukulele, it's a small little thing for like 30 minutes, and then you want to
Hug.
Then you want to hug, yeah,
like a
you're
long
like,
embrace. You're like,
My
you should be
arms
like,
are
guy, you
so
should just play the
cramped.
upright bass.
Cello, yeah, play cello or
Right.
bass.
Cello,
Exactly,
God.
something.
Then you're just holding.
Then you're
The whole
all,
time.
I
You don't
think
wanna
that
hug.
it might not have been anything. It might have been that he just needed something like
he just needed to
tangible.
rest
Yeah, there's
his arm.
a children's cello that's padded and you can hold it tighter.
Yeah, it was just a strange kiss, and then there was strange song choices like on his end that felt like he was setting a romantic tone.
Dream a little dream of me and that type of
Kiss.
Kind of.
What's the Vegas guy who sings Kiss? We did the video in L.A. Kiss.
That's
Come on, he's like
that's
the
a good one.
most famous Vegas performer.
Wayne Newton?
Yeah, no, close.
Tiny Tim.
No.
Wait for Kiss.
Anyway, Dana Snyder played
I
a
don't
great ukulele.
I'm
Kiss me.
Oh, Tom Jones. What's new, Pussycat?
Oh, I like Tom Jones.
Kiss. That was my Tom Jones impression, but I guess it didn't.
So you
Yeah, it didn't work.
translate.
Did you get a ukulele as a gift, or you said I'm taking up ukulele?
Well, I got it as a gift. I did. I admit.
Okay.
And I'm in LA and I played the uke. And,
I moved to LA and I decided to play the ukulele now.
and not eat beef anymore. And
Hanging around Ricky Lindholm's house, seeing if Machuchi's getting old. Hey, Machuchi's
She
looking.
getting old yet.
Machuchi's got to get put out to pasture. Here's a uke playing youngster from the cow poking side of Arkansas. You're not from Arkansas.
no, I'm
Wow,
from
Bridey,
here.
you're really great at the ukulele. I think you could really tackle this next number. It's called Brick by Ben Folds 5. Yeah, they play it mostly on piano, but I can show it to you on the ukulele.
Just gonna need one more hug to really get my creativity up.
No, the song was just the two of us, and he wanted me to sing it.
No.
He was like, sing it.
Is
And I
there
was like, no.
is there a Yelp review associated with this experience?
So he wanted me to
Give him 5 stars.
He wanted me to give him a Yelp review, and I just haven't. And I still have to kind of break it off with him, and I do feel like I'm ending a relationship.
You could just put a link to the podcast
But
in
only
your Yelp
one.
review.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Listen to this. It says everything I want to say.
Yeah.
Start 8 minutes and 37 seconds in and finish it 10
He's
minutes.
a very nice guy.
And
But it's so easy to read into. Well, I mean, learning an instrument from someone. I almost learned guitar from you.
We did. We had one lesson here.
Yeah.
But he was too into long lingering back massages.
Yeah. well, not
I
Dan.
wasn't. Yeah,
Not
I
Danny.
wasn't given long lingering back massages.
Give him some drinks.
No, he was into getting them from his students.
Right.
He was like, in order for me to
Oh,
teach.
that's why I couldn't teach you.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
I need-
I didn't want things to get weird. You know?
Yeah. But like teaching an instrument is a very intimate thing.
Sure.
And this man, I just don't think he like understood that it was as intimate as he was.
Making
Intimating. As he was intimating.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How many other, did he
Beautiful.
have more clients like waiting in the waiting room, or was it like,
Well,
I think he taught out of his house, first of all.
Taught
He
out
taught
of
out of
Hey,
his
his-
house.
he taught
Cheryl,
out-
Cheryl, you're next. You walk out. He's very handsy today. Just be careful.
This is not...
look, I don't want him to listen to this and get upset.
well, you
'Cause he
teachers
will
are
listen to
a very
this.
big
Why does he listen to everything that you do?
I don't know, but we're
Yeah.
friends on Facebook.
You're going to have to... You're putting a link up.
Look, so here's the deal. Just call it off before he hears it, so then it's not going to be weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a good man. There are plenty of uke players out there.
Totally. I'll find a
He's not gonna
teach.
Yeah, you'll find someone that you feel comfortable with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Girl's going to end soon, and she'll be free.
Oh yeah, totally.
What's her name? If you want a celebrity
Zoe-
music teacher...
Zoe Descanel.
Descanels.
Descanel.
I thought she was named after an island. Dan is a celebrity music teacher.
Totally. Travis from Blink-182. He teaches drums.
Is that true?
That's right. Travis Barker
To
teaches drums
To kids or to anybody,
to
right?
anybody who wants
No,
to give
to
him the
animals.
$100 an hour.
No,
Is
I
it
mean,
like-
like
It's like a master class? Like you'll see, like,
He's got 4 Russian bears now. They're really good at the
Let's
drums.
just keep making the Travis teaching to animals. He's teaching to a couple penguins. He goes to the LA Zoo.
no takers.
Did you guys hear about that gorilla that was very sexy and then all these women won?
Yes.
Isn't that
Excuse
fun?
me?
yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
we haven't.
I missed that.
I'm glad that
There's
we
a
haven't.
sexy gorilla in Japan.
It
that-
went viral, I guess, on
Is
A
Twitter or something.
sexy
Really?
gorilla in Japan.
So
Yeah, it's pretty old news at
So-
this point, but I'm still obsessed.
well, yeah, it's that old? Really? Like over a month old?
we get
Several, yeah.
we get
a year.
we get obsessed over all kinds of
it.
stuff. People get
Yeah.
obsessed.
I gloss over
all kinds of
Facebook
stuff.
so much now. I miss everything. Any of the good stuff.
Right.
all your friends' birthdays.
I'm still at that kid that says, blood? That's
Right.
not funny. And that's like 10 years old. Blood?
To something that you post, someone says, bleh, that's not funny, or is that just...
The original.
Both of those
the
things
original.
happen. That's mostly on Twitter these days.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Try and drop the politics, Dan. Just keep it.
I can't
Keep
help
it what we
I can't help it.
Keep it to what we
I have
like, which
to-
is slime-based humor.
right. If it doesn't have anything to do with 90s Nickelodeon,
Or acid wash jeans.
yeah, no one's buying on Twitter for me right now. I got
Did you
try to
start?
show the people what
Did you start
the
acting
light-
when you were quite young?
No.
That's probably good. You had time to have a regular
Yeah.
growing up time.
It was pretty regular. I think I started when I was like 19. I started taking it more seriously. I went to a acting conservatory and then I off to the races, as they say. How about you guys?
Not until my early 20s,
Yeah.
I'd say.
That you started taking it seriously?
I didn't say that. I don't think I've ever taken it seriously.
It's probably
Because
cute.
that's why I'm sitting in a basement podcasting with you.
Hey.
Oh,
Guys.
Sorry. No. I didn't mean. Well, so that's maybe you're the guest.
The
I'm
you
just
was
saying-
Jeremy.
Beautiful couch.
The you was Jeremy
Oh,
in that
okay.
case. Jeremy means
I've
you.
sanded this table myself.
Did
He
you?
did. He did all this work.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it has to be IKEA.
Thanks,
But
Bridey.
no, you made it yourself.
You have a good eye.
No, the legs are IKEA. The top is myself. It's 50-50.
What are you talking about?
No,
Look
no,
at that
it's
ratio.
1/3 is 2/3 IKEA, 1/3 plank
We can
with a little bit of extra
No,
drilling.
we can dither
count the
about
mass.
we can dither on about percentages all day, people. But the point is, it's a Sandra Lee of tables. It's semi homemade.
You're correct.
It's
Okay.
Andrew Cuomo's wife.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Back to
Back
politics.
to politics.
Oh God, don't get me started.
Okay.
Trump?
Yeah.
Sure. He teaches drums to animals.
But seriously, you're happy to be out of LA?
Yes, I am. It's like you can get into funks longer. I feel like in New York you can shake out of funks more because there's more energies to work off of. And then in LA, if you're in a funk, you're just in a funk for a while.
No, it's because you have to move your car twice a week and people notice you on the street. They're like, what's the matter with you?
That's true.
Is that something?
No, in New York, you could be in a funk, but you still have to go outside and move the car across the street every so often so people see you. But in LA, you don't. Everybody has a garage.
Yeah.
And you could just, what are you going to eventually?
You can just rot in your apartment.
Yeah, the fresh
You don't
direct
have to
guy
interact with anybody.
He feels bad. Hey, the fresh. Hey, you usually get pineapples. What's going on?
Well,
Your parking garage is in the basement of your building. You get in the elevator. You
Much
get in
like your
car,
podcast studio.
and You're there.
I was going to say I don't have a car.
Yeah.
And I do live in a basement. And
your body will never be
None of you
found.
check in on me, so thanks a lot for that.
You wouldn't even give me keys.
I have keys.
You didn't ask. Bridey, would you like a key?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be very convenient.
Second
because
grumble.
I often need to urinate.
Plants.
Yeah.
Mike's been taking care
Do
of
you
my
urinate the
plants.
plants? Wait.
Is it like shitting the dog?
I was going to say I urinate on this building a lot.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be nice to go inside.
For a change.
Yeah.
I've been noticing a hunched down woman in the bushes with a weird
With a
sort of
newspaper?
hat, one of those big floppy hats on, covering her face. I guess
That's not me. I don't ever wear a hat.
somebody must have updated pspots.org because we're getting more than one.
Visitor.
Pspots.org.
Yes, it's part of the it's part of the Juice Lease family of websites.
Also owns Juicelease.
Comeback kid over here.
Well, it was a very, very niche kind of porn, the Juice Lease. It's like people who would get off on watching vegetables being juiced.
Oh.
And that's it.
That's probably real.
Yeah, Juice Lease.
Yeah.
Do you think they have,
I actually believe that.
It's a homonym. It's a homonym for juicelease.com, which is really the moneymaker of the operation.
Is there like an innuendo with that? Because I can't find it.
No. That's just like you rent it for
okay.
you rent it for
I
a
was thinking
class.
the porn
Right.
in the porn
Right.
juice lease porn. If lease, maybe release juice release.
Juice release
Nice.
porn.
Well, we got
juice and release?
for the listener. We will have copyrighted all of these $1 billion ideas before this podcast.
I don't think
released.
that's
So
going to
good
be
luck,
$1 billion
general
idea.
public.
More like
I'd say billion
trillion.
is a
We talked about-
trillion
I
idea.
built this-
Wow,
I-
you're so positive.
I built this house on
LA.
juice leases.
it's LA.
You're breaking out of your funk in a big way.
I know. I'm bringing in the sunshine over here in my couch.
Were you there all winter?
How's the hair? Oh, winter.
Were you there all winter? I could tell by the gray beard and clothes that are...
I've been bedraggled.
No, I just wonder because, like, I have a bit of that seasonal depression crap, and I always wonder if I'm out in LA for the winter, if that would, like
Help you?
zap it.
It's kind of nice. I mean,
Yeah.
that whole thing about, like, being in a funk, I was kind of just saying that because,
I'm glad you brought it up.
it felt like you might like to
because
hear
Jer-
about
because-
it.
Because he lives in a
Jeremy's
basement.
actually
Yeah.
been feeling real down.
Yeah.
I haven't
Need
checked
some,
into pspots.org for over a week.
No longer the medication king. Lowered my dosage.
Nice.
Yeah. We're neck and neck now.
Wow.
Wow.
We've been open and honest about talking about our depression on this podcast.
Oh,
we've
that's great.
We're just
Yeah.
like men getting in touch with our feelings, and then, which is rare. Men living in basements.
This is when I check my emails.
Did you go?
He's very supportive.
How many milligrams did you guys go down or up or?
I went down 30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because of the summertime, you think?
Yeah, that's it.
No, I'm serious. Sunshine. It's apparently
Vitamin
that
D.
helps. Yeah.
In the summertime.
Now there's an innuendo.
Wait, so
In the summertime.
Oh gosh.
Jeremy, you want to check at
I have
vitamind.com?
Hey, I have
feeling
depression.
yeah, hit me.
I have depression.
Go on.
Oh, I thought you said I have a question. I'm not prepared to answer the I have depression thing.
I have depression.
Okay, what's your question? Go ahead.
I have depression. That's all I
Go
said.
ahead. What's your question? You're on the air right now, caller.
What do you guys? Was there a certain year that you guys were diagnosed where you're always like 2003?
Yeah, last
the year
year.
I figured out I was
Yeah,
sad.
last year.
Really?
2016.
I'm 39 years old.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was because mine was like 12, Been on the same meds since I was 12.
I've been avoiding it
I
since
think
12.
the patent has expired on those meds, so
I
you could be
know.
getting generic now.
Yeah.
It's probably good, probably a deal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, has there been a big, and Danny, I know you're very happy as a clown.
I
asshole.
I can't.
We resent him
I
for
just
it.
sit here quietly, just
Bag
letting
of
them-
shit is engaged and
I know.
What can I do?
eats
about
quinoa every day like a king.
That's so
But Danny's a great supporter.
An Andean
he helps
king.
out.
I'm a good supporter and a good listener. If y'all
He's more
need
of an
anything.
enabler. If you want to be
yeah.
honest, he's more of an enabler.
I'm totally the enabler. I'm the one that's always like,
You were
well, it's like
horrible at
Debbie
everything.
Downer. Everything. It's like, well,
Jeremy, you could have
Jeremy,
recorded that podcast a little
when
better.
you went and saw my band play at Motor Pub, that's the same shirt that I got when I was there. So now, how are we ever going to walk around without the same shirt on?
I wore it today just hoping that we'd wear the same shirt and we could make
It's
fun
in
of
my,
you.
it's in my,
Backseat of your
one,
car.
one a week t-shirt.
It's a cool shirt.
Your
It's a
trunk
good
roll.
shirt.
He
It's
has
a great shirt.
a permanent on-deck circle of black T-shirts ready to go.
It's true.
I like the shirt.
Well, it looks better on me.
So is
Alright.
This is what I'm saying.
The reason for the shirt.
you want to
The
switch
reason
Bronco?
for the shirt. Don't call me Bronco.
So 12 years. I'm gonna circle back.
Stick with that.
12 years old. I wonder because I feel like, and I think Mike probably would say the same thing. That
Oh yeah,
for
12
years it
would
was
have been.
festering.
12 would have been great if they had intervened back then. It would have been great. What was that? Yeah, I remember
That
that.
was 7 years old.
Was it because you met me? Because we met
It
when
was
you
the
were
same
12
yeah, it was,
and I was 7.
No, we met when I was 11 turning
and
12.
right.
Yeah.
Is this your depression origin
known
story?
I've known Dan for a long time. and
Yeah.
It all stems from that time. No, it was a tumultuous year. Every year of the snake has been a tumultuous year for me. 77, 89, do math real quick. 2001, 2013, they've all been really,
Really?
yeah.
Were you born in the year of the snake?
I was
Oh.
77, 89, 2001.
Like
What about the year of the horse? That's my year.
Oh, yeah. What year
How have
was
those been for you? We're not in a year.
way to
We're in a
lighten
year
it
of the rat, right?
Is this the year of the rat?
No.
I think it is.
first fact check of the episode. Here we go.
You rat bastard.
What year is it? I'm gonna type in.
No.
No, what Chinese year is it? Gosh.
This guy can build a table, but
But yeah, you can,
Can't teach an animal to sing.
Or play drums.
Only to play drums.
The rooster, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the year of the rooster.
all right.
So
What was 1982? I think the dog. I want to know.
Please don't
I want to know what it is.
Please don't blow all our fact checks on this bullshit.
No, this is all the same fact check.
yeah, we can.
This is all one fact check. We have
Yeah.
rules here.
1982 was the year of the dog.
Knew it.
nice.
You are named after the dog?
And you like dogs, no?
I do. I do like dogs.
That's why. Now you finally.
And I'm a snake. It all
realize
makes
it.
sense.
You are a slithering snake.
Is it bad to talk about your dog that passed away?
Oh,
No, I saw
why
all
the hell would you bring that up?
because we're talking about dogs.
Thank you for
I
acknowledging.
know, but I always felt bad.
No, it's nice.
I've in the
Memory of family. It
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah, he was 14.
Wow.
He's known me since I was 13.
wow.
So
And-
maybe the dog was the reason you got depressed? Couldn't have been, because you were diagnosed at
No.
12.
12.
So was it a help?
Oh, yeah, totally. It was awesome. He was a great dog. Great dog.
I bring that up because Dan lost a dog. Unfortunately, his family lost a dog as well.
Sorry.
Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, kind of rough. But
I
14,
can't top that.
14 as well.
Yeah.
Known him. I went to college and I always wanted a dog my whole life. I went away to college and my parents got a dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
trade.
But it's okay. But that made me love it even more because I was
Yeah.
like, wow, my parents need a dog.
So is it time
because
for your
they
10th
miss me so much.
10th college
Yeah.
anniversary reunion? It's
What's
time
that?
for your 10th college reunion then?
No.
The bird hasn't delivered the invitation yet.
No, I don't.
He went to Hampshire.
You went to
I went-
Hampshire. They
yeah, I
send to
went to
ravens.
Hampshire
They send
College,
ravens
yeah.
everywhere.
I
It's
applied
like-
to Hampshire.
And you
I
didn't
wanted
get
to
in?
go. Yeah. I didn't
did you
get
get-
in.
you
What
didn't
was
get
was
in?
your
Really?
application to Hampshire like?
No.
Wow.
That was Dan's.
I don't know what it was, but they said, no, you're not interesting.
Was it multimedia?
That's
That was
ridiculous.
not what they.
I don't remember.
I
I
don't think
kind
they
of
would've
like
said interesting.
blindfolded myself and just applied to a lot of schools because I didn't know what I wanted to
I
do.
applied to 2 schools. I applied to NYU early decision, And they said,
Got rejected.
fuck you.
Got
And then I
rejected.
applied to Hampshire and I got in. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to college.
Wow.
That was it.
And you liked Hampshire.
I loved Hampshire. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry. I don't want to rub it in if that, you know.
It
Look,
hurts.
if you're ever up in the Pioneer Valley and you
We
want
can
to
play
take a tour.
We can play frisbee with Dan's
I can-
round diploma.
I can. I do. My diploma is round.
It's a slice of wood
Interesting.
in
Yeah.
all the years that he went to college.
Wow.
Because
And it's burned.
people at Hampshire College, we think outside the box.
Right.
Do,
I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah. Totally justifies it now.
Do you-
Sounds awful.
do you?
Smelly.
Oh,
How-
very patchouli smelly, for sure.
How? What's your age difference? Would you, if you would have went to Hampshire, would you have been in?
I'm 27.
No.
Yeah, no.
No,
I'm not
different?
27. I'm 26. I just
Okay.
keep rounding up because my birthday's in July.
I've begun.
So
writing it down.
you've already like
What year is
you've
it?
already succumbed to the fact that you're going to be 27. Almost.
Well, I'm excited because my birthday is July 27th, and I'm turning 27, so it's the big golden birthday.
72727.
You have to make some really good music and then not die.
You are not allowed to take any more
It's
lessons.
true. That's,
No more.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that's true too.
I thank God that guy got handsy.
Yeah.
We gotta start recording. You don't have time for lessons.
Hey, ukulele guy, tune back in at 32 minutes and 17 seconds.
Just
You
for
got
a-
redemption.
Just for a smidge. Just for a smidge.
Very nice and polite.
Forget all that stuff about the depression. though. How'd you deal with it?
With what?
Depression.
I don't know. Just like kind of chilled with it. Like got used to it.
You didn't really?
I got used to it.
You sat with
I
it?
didn't realize.
Yeah, I just sit
I
with
want
it.
you to sit with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Watch
know.
TV together.
Me and you?
No,
You and
you and depression.
Oh yeah. Yes. I don't know. I think I like. I guess I started on meds pretty young. So, but it doesn't really. It just manages it, and then I went off of them a couple years ago because I felt like I was in a new relationship, and I was like, wee, and then I like plummeted and had like, and partly why I left New York was just like after this like insane period of switching meds and feeling insane and anxious, and it was sort of like once my lease was up, like okay, like let's
New
fresh start.
Yeah.
Jared Fogle, fresh.
Yeah. Eat fresh.
Your way.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
When I think about depression, I think of Jared Vogel.
Jared Fogel's.
He's got
Jared
it.
Fogel's learning what depression is right now
Yeah.
as we speak.
6 inches at a time. Up top. Guys, give me just one.
Can't
12?
do it.
No? Okay. great.
Nope.
Can't do it. Can't condone.
Anywho.
Moving
Do you
on.
think that there's going to be a biopic on him, or should I make it?
Oh, you should make it.
We could just bring. Can
Would
we
you be Jared Fogel?
Yeah, I think I want to play.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who would be good. Who would be a good Jared Fogle?
His name was W.C. Fields, and he did a bit about it, saying, I like girls, very young girls.
Oh yeah.
So, if he was alive,
You need to snap your suspenders when you do stuff
Rest
like
in
that.
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, WC. For
Still
sure.
fresh.
It's still fresh.
Still hurts.
Still hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that top hat coming around the corner or anything.
Smell the cigar.
Very
You
tragic.
can smell the cigar ahead of the guy. I mean, we work with a lot of Teamsters. You smell that cigar all the time.
It's true.
35 years on this earth, I've never used a W.C. Fields joke. I'm really glad I did it in the company of you guys. Makes me feel good.
Oh.
All downhill from here.
I know. Where are you going to go from W.C. Fields?
Let's go back to depression.
Yeah.
So depression.
Yeah. I didn't realize I was depressed, but I was probably depressed from when I was 12, too. Just didn't realize it.
Yeah,
Tumultuous time.
I remember the therapist lady was like, "Do you feel depressed?" I mean, I was like 12, and I was like, "I don't know what that
Yeah,
that
right.
means, like sad or because I was very socially. I was just an anxious kid. I went to Catholic school that like really scared the shit out of me, and like
Here or in LA?
in
or?
Connecticut,
Okay.
and yeah, it was a very it was just scary. I mean, it was definitely a different. Almost like a different time in a lot of ways when you think about it. It's just like that school has to have changed the way they weren't like slapping us on the.
I got paddled.
You did?
Yeah.
That's a paddling.
They didn't paddle in your school?
They weren't physically abusive, but
they
it was
weren't
mental?
physically abusive, but they were just,
They were belittling with their comments.
It was
all the
just
time.
like the thing of like you're a bad kid.
Fear
like,
God thing.
Yeah, like you're bad until you prove yourself to
Right.
be good. And like for people that were like, because I was so paranoid, like I would like make my mom send notes saying like I had nothing to do. If I saw something, I would get paranoid about being like in trouble. So I would have my mom sign notes being like, Bridey, I had nothing to do with this. And like the teacher would be like, I had no idea this even happened. What are you talking about?
So you were a snitch.
I was just like, I presumed that I was about to get in trouble. So I was like, Mom, just tell them that like
I didn't do it.
I didn't put like an ice cube down anyone's shirt or whatever, you know?
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I mean, I went to like a private Westchester high school that definitely was more liberal and great and artistic, and that was good for me, but I was still depressed. So it was definitely more just, oh yeah, it runs in my genes. I'm a depressed person that likes to laugh.
That likes to sit in it.
It's like I'm
Sit with
looking into and listening to a mirror right now. It's so weird. I'll get over. I will get over it. Was your family helpful? My family was helpful.
Yeah, my family is, yes. I mean, my sister and I have been on the same meds. She actually got you peed all over.
For the listener, Mike just peed all over the brand new couch. Peed with
Thank God it's a seltzer. Good thing the microphone stands move, huh?
Now we see how.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. That was it. Was that your power move?
Yeah, the
To
whole
get
time.
Closer to Bridey?
I think it was Bridey
The
that.
peck on the
Blink,
cheek.
Well, he
blink
said-
twice if you're scared, and yeah,
That's
oh
four-
yeah,
that's
no,
four
that's
blinks.
that's scared.
That's double scared.
That's twice.
I'm blinking
But
too.
he also said that he was looking in a mirror and then he immediately got close.
Oh, that is creepy.
Isn't that interesting?
Are you guys going to do the mime thing? When you're-
Oh, that Marx Brothers sequence is the best in history. No, I think Bridey knocked over my seltzer by doing something with her bag, but I don't.
No,
I'm not going to blame her.
No, I've been clutching.
No,
I've
I
been
sorta-
clenching my fists the whole time, nervously.
Here's the thing. I kind of saw it happen, and I let
Do you
it.
have a
I let it
safety
go.
word?
Is that bad?
Did you see me do something?
No, you didn't do anything.
If
it
it
was
was
Mike
beer,
just
it would be
moving, and it was just I just watched the glass just
Ease off.
ever
Yeah.
so slightly.
I saw it ease.
Like, oh, you know what? It's just gonna sit back with. Oh,
I kind of saw it too, and I didn't say anything because
Yeah.
I was like, he's not going to say anything about it.
So neither will I.
well,
This is what leads to the Catholic Church coming
Yes.
apart.
Right.
sit in it. Not literally. Don't sit in that. Let's let that
Don't.
dry.
Seltzer is really toxic once it's on a couch.
What are you talking about? All the stains that were ever in this couch are now leaving.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, because the fizzy water.
So thank you,
Yeah.
I guess.
No charge. You see how I'm maintaining the illusion of space by leaning away from Bridey.
That's a pro move.
And it's like the body language of the legs crossed away. That's a
Oh
thing
yeah.
too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a big
that's
thing.
that's a big like.
See,
leave me alone.
Mine are like slightly parted. Like I'm kind of open, but kind of not. Jeremy's.
I'm just like, let's
yeah,
fucking
Jeremy's-
party, y'all.
Jeremy's on the subway.
I'm
meds are working.
I'm open up a little bit.
Dan's getting there.
I'm getting there.
You're mid open, half lean, where Mike is full closed, half lean.
Right.
You understand that my usual moves are restricted by the wet patch next to Dan Sweaty Tamborelli on the
Come
couch.
on, I'm not sweaty today. Thank you. It's not that.
Does he
hot.
have a sheen? Could he use some powder?
I could probably.
You're
use some
okay.
powder.
I mean,
No?
no, you're okay. I feel. It seems like you have a lot of makeup on.
Yeah, right. It keeps it up.
Dan, this is
I'm going to audition for Hedwig in the Angry Inch today.
You are.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Do
wearing
you
all this
have any
makeup.
fun audition stories? From
I have an audition story
late.
where I ran into your dad and your sister at I think at your sister's very first audition.
oh really?
Yeah, which is kind of a funny thing.
That's funny.
That's the Elliott memory I have.
Wow.
It's like popping in. I was like at some audition. I saw your dad and your sister.
Tune
there.
in later on our bonus podcast for Danny's Elliott story.
That's really cool.
Like, you're gonna be great.
Did you do
Gotta
that?
go. Yeah, she
Oh,
was,
that's
she was a
nice.
little nervous. I think.
That's sweet.
Do you remember what it was?
No idea what it
Pop
was for.
Tarts.
No, it was like some TV thing. I think it was
Interesting.
like an actual, a legit commercial.
Dallas.
audition.
Do you remember all the Polaroids we used to take?
Yes, lots of Polaroids. Oh, when I was a little kid, this is a weird thing. I guess this kid must have done really well in improv later in life, because we went into this audition and we had to hold like some sort of like, not 8, 9, we were like judging a contest or something. And the kids slated, everyone slated. It was like, I'm Danny Tamberlane, blah, blah. And this kid goes, "Hi, I'm John Nalgene, and I give myself a 10.
Oh, that's
and I was
sweet.
just like, oh boy, this is going to be, I used to go into auditions I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, didn't care. Like, there were like a lot of people that were like very.
Confidence is sexy.
I mean, I didn't do it because I was like forced to do it. I just like doing it. And I didn't, like there are parents that like
didn't
really
have, like,
force stuff on their
yeah.
kids, that their kids go in there and they're like, oh my God. Like,
So
I am.
we agree that we didn't have bad stage parents.
No, we didn't have bad stage parents.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
don't think you did either.
No.
I did.
Yeah,
My
bad
school
stage
plays
parents.
were
A nightmare.
incredibly specific.
A nightmare.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
They called him the Lolita of Lynchburg,
That's what
Sir Lawrence of Lynchburg. I prefer Sir Lawrence.
I think I need a T-shirt now.
the
The
last
Lolita of Lynchburg.
the last time I said Lolita, I was telling my friend about how I felt when I went to my ukulele lesson.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There's a red flag there. There's a big blinking.
Look, you brought this up the third time. You brought him
Yeah.
up a third time.
That's
so.
okay. I didn't bring him up. I brought up my own.
Yeah.
Because it really could be all in my head,
Totally.
Well, maybe he's just into uke. Maybe he's just
Maybe he's not.
maybe if he'd
he's
have done
just not
banjo
that
or
into-
guitar.
Maybe he's just not that into uke. Episode title.
Guys. Yeah, that's a great episode title.
I auditioned once not with my dad, but we both had an audition for the same thing, and our times were like 20 minutes apart, so we just both wound up going at the same time.
And reading together?
Not reading together, but it was, you could hear each other through the wall.
Right.
And that was pretty interesting, like, just because I hadn't ever really seen my dad in the moments leading up to an audition, and yeah, it was, I don't know.
Did it live up to the hype?
It didn't live up to the hype. There's been a lot of articles about it, and
Break down some
BuzzFeed.
walls for you.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was just an
Took his
interesting
shoes
thing.
off.
It was like weird because I don't think of my dad as an actor. Like I don't think of when you can't picture people going into auditions who have other shit going on,
Right.
So that was interesting, I guess. And yeah, and listening to someone do their audition is always interesting to me. Like my sister and I talk about how we kind of almost put on the same voice. Like we have very similar voices, we've been told.
But you're used to something working together, working with each other, or like reading lines with each other?
Yeah,
Or
like if she reads with me or I read with her, she's like, oh, that's like how I sound. We both just kind of the choices we make with stuff, like remind each other of each other, which is
No, I would have said it just like that. Saying that's what you would say to her. or
screw
vice
you.
versa. Screw you.
screw you, sister.
Just kidding.
I've never been to an
sorry.
audition. I feel left out over here.
That's all right.
Yes,
You have a nice
you just
chair.
don't know it. Every
You can
day
check
is an
Life is an
audition.
audition.
You have a nice seltzer-free chair right now. Count your blessings.
That's true. Hey,
This
I
is the
didn't-
time when you guys are talking about depression, I'm looking at my emails. You can just go look
Same
at your
thing.
emails
Give me
now.
a break.
Yeah.
You could be depressed and not know it.
If you ever could audition for something, what would it be and why?
Should I audition right now? I could walk out and walk in and audition.
For what?
I don't know. You guys would have to tell me.
I think we need you to
that's
keep
the whole
holding
point is,
down.
what's something that you like that you would be excited about hopping?
Eagle Heart.
What's that?
You're buttering up the wrong.
Yeah.
The wrong Elliot. No,
Who's Eagle Heart?
Eagle Heart is Bridey's father show on Adult Swim.
Well, it's been over for
Okay.
a while.
3 seasons. 3 seasons.
Anyway.
Anyway, I would
Yeah.
do that. I love that show.
Okay. Well, what about like a commercial product, like something you use every day, something you eat?
Febreze,
No.
chemicals.
No.
I'd like
pool
to
cleaner,
Detergent.
I'd like to advertise for the chemicals.
wet wipes.
Not the Chemical Brothers, just the chemicals.
Okay. Chemical.
Is that a
This is
band?
Chemical Spot. Take one.
Hi, Jeremy Balin reading for Chemical Guy.
It was a great slate.
I thought your name was Balin.
Balin.
All right.
Show us your hands.
Does that
Start
change
over?
things?
Oh, this changes the whole audio.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you
I
go
thought
out
it was something
and
else.
come in
Oh,
again?
I feel like a real Hollywood actor.
Can you leave?
That's when you're supposed to say, actually, you're correct. It is Balin because they're always right.
Yeah, that's true.
You've already ruined this audition.
My
if I
head is going to
subscribe-
be down the entire time.
Not if I subscribe to the Danny Timberelli, you just don't go in not giving a shit.
That's true. You just don't give a fuck.
So it's Balin.
I think-
Fucking recognize casting agent.
I think that's
wow.
how.
Then you'd actually really
Thank
be
you,
told to
Mr.
leave.
Balin.
Yeah.
That was a great audition. I didn't audition yet.
Next. Yeah. We'll be in touch.
Chemicals, take two.
Jeremy Balin reading for Chemical Guy. Balin.
And action.
Are you in the mood for some chemicals? Well, we've got the chemicals for you. New from the Chemical Brothers.
Can we take it back?
Yeah.
And when you did that pause.
I
just
raised
think-
my eyebrow a little.
Yeah,
Did you
I
not
just
do
think
that?
that was a little superfluous, no?
Yeah, a little much.
Okay. Chemical Brothers. Take three.
Okay.
And Mark.
Jeremy Balin for
It's Mark.
Chemical.
I said it's Mark.
Brother. Oh. If you're in the mood for some new chemicals, recommend you made me nervous.
Cut.
Okay.
Cut.
Well,
you know
cut.
what?
Thank you very
I have a
much.
terrible story.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I had an audition for a little movie named Star Wars.
Hey now.
Heard
Who's in that?
That's the end. No. And
Star Wars 1?
I don't know which one it was because
They wouldn't tell us.
They wouldn't tell me. I got the sides when I was there. It was
And you had
all
to burn.
very-
You had to burn them before you left.
Yes,
And crumple
I
the
did.
ashes.
Yeah, totally. They made me hand them back and like write, a note saying I'll never tell or whatever.
NDA.
And I was rehearsing anyways, there was a lot of fancy words because it's all Star Wars speak, and I'm not the biggest, I'm not a Star Wars head. I liked the first 3 that I saw, and then I didn't really venture into the new ones,
You chose
was smart.
wisely.
Yeah, you chose.
chose wisely.
Thank you. I mean, I just really didn't get around to seeing it. I saw The Phantom Menace.
In case they want you for another, you have to keep saying
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I
because
love
you love
George Lucas. God, he's
J.J.
good.
Abrams.
And J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
To doubt, to note, to doubt.
To boot.
To boot. That was it. But anyways, the word lapel.
Lapel? The word lapel?
Did you say Lapel?
You looked at it and you said,
I said lapel like 3 times. Get the fuck out of here. And they told me, they were like, lapel, stop, or no, I said lapel.
Lapel.
Oh my God. And I must have said
No
lapel like,
How do you like them Lapples?
yeah, that was the way,
boy.
that was the sides. They said at the end I have to say, how do you like them Lappels? And they were like, oh, let's just take it back. It's lapel, and I was like,
could you do it less Boston?
it was really like frustrating because it was,
Because
and
it
there was
came out
also,
a couple times because you were looking at it and doing it.
it was just that I was nervous. And once I have like a splat of dyslexia from like when I was younger, and I feel like it comes out in like certain things, and this was one of them where it was like
tense situation.
yeah, like tense, and like it's like no, I'm gonna always pronounce it like that for some reason in my head, and yeah, and there was like a dog in the audition room. Is this a funny story? Or-
Really?
Jeremy's asleep.
Stick with me,
No,
Jeremy.
I'm fully awake. I was just making
Jeremy,
notes.
stick with me.
But the dog was there. That was the worst, to bomb in front of a dog. It's really hard during auditions because it's just like, oh, this sucks. Like you guys are totally relaxed. There's a little chow
just hanging.
and yet I can't get my shit together, and now I have to go burn these sides and
And per the NDA, you probably shouldn't say that it was a
Bury the
Chihuahua.
dog.
Wow. So
It's a lot though for the.
So they go through a dog each audition.
Yeah, every
they have a
single-
lot
Wow.
of. They have a lot of confidence in the dog.
I have
they
a good
drug
noise.
the dog.
I have a good nightmare one for you guys. I was a fan of but didn't watch Ghost World. I read for Art School Confidential, which was first I saw Crumb, and I was like, "Oh, Crumb is awesome," and I didn't see his other movie. And then Art School Confidential, I read for. I did good, so I got a call back, and Terry Zweighoff was in the room, and I started doing the scene, and I looked around, and Terry's off in the corner, and he goes, and I make eye contact with him, and he goes, "Don't look at me."
Oh my God.
God, that's intense.
I did not get the job.
That sucks.
I finished the scene. I finished the scene and did not get the job.
But you didn't do the audition staring at him, no?
No.
You just glanced.
There's a big.
and
It was a big room, and there were a number of people in the room, and I was doing a
"Don't
scene.
look at me."
Yeah, don't look at me.
As the actors say, you
Wait,
throw-
during the
Yes,
scene?
while I'm doing the scene.
Did you start over or did you just keep going?
It's tough to remember in the moment. I probably just kept going. I probably just kept going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like those stories.
Yeah. I'm a real fan of Dan Close comics, like the stuff that just the crazy people and those crazy comics that he I guess was his gateway into this.
So you don't hold any.
Yeah, you don't
Grudges?
hold-
No, it's not like he Eli Rothed me.
What happened with
Yeah, I
Eli
don't get that
Roth?
reference.
I got cast off of a demo tape and fired before flown down to North Carolina and fired before I appeared on film. I told you the
what
story
movie
with
was
the.
it?
I told you the story with the dog and the thing and the hoo ha and
Yeah, he's told the story before.
Cabin Fever. It was a horror movie called Cabin Fever.
Oh, yeah.
He fired me and played the part himself. That's actually getting rothed.
Yes,
Have you-
totally.
Have you read for a director and then
They end up
and they
doing
end
it
up doing them
themselves?
playing the part themselves?
No.
Usually, I guess people write the parts for themselves these days.
Yeah, I haven't really. No, I auditioned once for this thing that Heather Graham wrote, and I was just pumped because Heather Graham was there, and I think I did a bad job because I was just like staring at her.
You were too stoked.
Yeah, I was just excited, and she told me like, "Good job," and then I left. But and then I was realizing like, oh shit, I just did a bad job in front of Heather Graham.
But she made you feel better.
But she was
You got grammed.
hot.
I mean,
She's hot
it
as hell.
happens. What-
She's still Heather Graham.
She's hot as hell.
She's still hot.
She's so beautiful. Heather Graham's like one of the most beautiful women
On the
on
plane.
this side of the mountain.
Oh man, I wish
Which mountain?
I wish she taught ukulele.
Kilimanjaro.
Okay. That's
It's a big mountain.
I bless the rains up in Africa.
I got seltzer on my sweater.
is that
That's what you get for
it's like-
drooling over Heather Graham on the pod.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
you know I dated Heather Graham's second cousin.
You did?
Yeah, this is just like you auditioning.
She had the Graham
This
last
is-
name and
this
everything.
is just like you auditioning, Jeremy. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Okay, well, Heather Graham has written this. Oh, that's funny because my ex-girlfriend.
She kind of looked like Heather Graham, like in the right light, in the right mirror,
Damn.
and like she would talk about her once in a while. Like I think it was second cousin or some like not direct, but very close. Very,
Like she could still.
They're the same name. Yeah, I mean, maybe she was
Like
lying
they
to me
could
all
actually
day.
still date.
They borrowed each other's IDs
because
to
they were
buy-
that
to
far
buy
enough
liquor.
away.
But anyway, this was
Did you
the,
have that thought?
No.
No. Okay.
What was the thought?
So he was
I just said
removed
no, I didn't
enough. He was such a dick.
Yeah, you should move to LA, Jeremy. That would be great.
I just asked if she was removed enough that they could actually date and they wouldn't have been weird.
Right.
So he must have thought about that.
No, not
You
from
and
each
Heather.
other.
Yeah, no, they
not
could
from
date.
each
Yeah,
other.
they could.
Yes.
And
well, I don't
she
know.
Shows.
Oh, are you saying that there's like a radius around people where you can't date their family type of thing?
No, mostly first cousins. You're not allowed to. Unless
No.
That's
Right.
where, that's where
them
I was
dating
going
each
with
other.
that.
Yeah.
No, that's dating each other. Like if Jeremy dated a cousin, could he also not date Heather Graham?
Oh,
Right.
no, that's fine.
I think it's okay for him to date Heather Graham.
I think she's way out of his league, though.
I've been waiting for somebody to give me the okay for like
Well,
since Swingers.
he just got
a long time.
muted and blocked and reported
Yeah.
on Twitter.
So you just got the trifecta.
She's so funny in Bowfinger. I think
Bowfinger?
Bowfinger is a really
Wow.
funny movie.
Yeah.
And she's really funny in it.
The well, this it's a very depressing
Okay,
story.
yeah. Is there a story
God.
like where you met Heather and
No, I didn't. I never met Heather. Her mom.
The week before he was supposed to meet Heather, they broke up.
oh
No, but this was like a summer fling. We met on a job, and then sort of had like a summer thing, and then
a summer fling?
Yeah, she was.
You don't have the guitar anymore, Dan. That was last episode,
She
Dan.
was
And so she was very young, younger than I was, and she wanted to travel. That was her thing. So she's like, I'm going to go to Korea and I'm going to teach. And that was literally one day. She was like, I'm going to move to Korea and I'm going to teach. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought we were dating. No, okay, cool. And then so she
안녕하세요.
and I liked her. I thought she was cool. And then dated for a couple weeks leading up to it, and then said our goodbyes. And we're like, well, let's try to keep it alive. You'll be back, and we'll talk on the phone from Korea, which is you can do now.
No, you can do it like you call her at 9 a.m. It's 10 at night there.
Exactly.
You're okay.
And then at some point, I get a angry MySpace message from a guy who just slept with her, saying, "I effed your B.
Right, I remember this.
You don't deserve."
I know. I really regret typing it, but I remember sending it.
Anyway, the point is, like, she got drunk, hooked up with some guy when we were still kind of talking, and whatever. She was in a whole other country.
While she was sleeping, he logged into her account and sent you this message.
But I did confront the guy,
and
he was, I guess he was jealous because she broke it off immediately as like I fucked up that night. But he was pissed off, so he was angry at me for some reason, clear in America.
So you got challenged to a Taekwondo battle in...
It's so stupid that people do that shit.
You got challenged to a Taekwondo battle in Seattle.
In a Facebook message when my girlfriend that I was dating was in Spain for college semester, and we had a thing.
Man in Spain was like,
no, we had like a deal. No, we had an open relationship deal. It was like, you're far away.
Wet handies are okay.
That's what I said. I said, tug the world. You can tug the world. Do whatever.
No,
tug the world. Just don't sleep with anybody.
was that real?
No.
Tug Southern Europe till they're blue.
Just tug everyone. It's fine. But then this guy, his name, I even remember his name, David Joseph Kirby. I don't know, because it pissed me off, because we like had a deal. That was the deal. He found me because he was creeping on her Facebook.
And just said,
and then
hey.
sent me a message. It was like, hey,
hey, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, hey, if I were you, I would want to know. But I just, I just slept with your girlfriend, and I just thought you should know. And I had this huge long response, and I was like, fuck you, man. I don't care. Like, we're in an open relationship. Do whatever you want. You think that, a whole thing. I never sent it because I was like, every time I was about to do it, I was like, I can't do this.
Glad you did not press send.
I can't do it. This is so stupid.
I've definitely sent some emails I've regretted.
It was like, I almost felt better about like, I just ghosted him.
Yeah.
So you told me that information. I don't
even care.
dude. I didn't even really like her anyway.
But it did hurt. It did hurt in real life.
So if you're listening to this,
for the rest of it,
no,
or did it?
No, it wasn't a problem for the rest of it.
Kirby.
We didn't work out in the end.
Hey, darling, I was going to go to the pickle shop. What's your favorite pickle? Kirby.
Oh.
When you said "tug the world," it made me think of starting a grassroots movement and putting it to song where it's like, "We tug the world." We tug the children. We tug the...
places.
No, what's up?
We tug the world. Don't have children.
Oh, okay.
Make it a better place.
When you start tugging...
No. Reduce population and spill the seed of your fruit on the ground.
There are choices you're making.
We can teach you how to sing a song, yeah.
We're using up
Just
all the
come
world's
over here and let me give you a smooch and a hug.
Yeah.
Also...
An uncomfortable smooch and a hug.
Not necessary.
Typically, you get a seltzer and a shirt, but I mean, you might have to adjust our...
Yeah.
No, I muffed that up big time.
This is all because of Heather Graham, I think. We all
think
got
it all comes
excited.
We all
back
got
to
excited.
Heather
We all
Heather
got
Graham.
excited, hot and bothered.
I was
do it
thinking
for the
of,
gram.
Don't come in my box.
What?
Wait, what?
That's Heather Graham, and oh my god, she says don't fucking come in my box.
Almost famous?
No, Boogie Nights. She's roller skating girl.
She's roller girl.
Roller girl, yeah.
Roller girl.
Don't come in my box.
I don't remember that line.
Don't come
Well,
with the
maybe
children.
it's because it was a lewd and uncomfortable for you at the time when you first saw it.
I think the world population is high enough at this point. We should be handing out more tuggies.
Do you guys,
Jesus.
did you say you're a dad?
6 months old is Gerard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's
He's a
dead.
6-month-old
Why did I
dad.
forget immediately about
He's a
Gerard?
dad?
I think
How
it was
could
the spill.
Yeah, that's true.
It was after the flood of seltzer.
And Graham talk.
And Graham talk. And how is that going?
So far? I love him so much. I would do anything. You want to fight? I would do anything. Not you. Anybody.
You want to fight? No, not you. But really showing your allegiance.
Is he chill or is he like?
He's got great smiles, and he's pretty mobile now. He's like inchworming around a lot, and almost crawling proper, and a little bit still from sitting up and by himself. So there's all kinds of like foods he's squeezing with his hands, and
That's cool.
yeah,
You got to show her the picture of Gerard and the bacon.
Nice.
He's already getting the kid hopped up on bacon.
That's sweet.
Well, he had a fever this weekend, and I hoped it wasn't from him handling the cured uncooked pork product.
And for the listener, Michael is showing the photo of a young child.
That's really
of his
cute.
seed.
You can
They
almost,
just.
and those are safe handling instructions on the bacon.
Step one.
He's like a little bacon.
Is he adhering to
It
them?
doesn't say.
Very
I mean, it doesn't say don't let children handle.
I mean,
those.
it's in a wrapper, right?
Yeah. We had. We like going to the farmer's market, and he does baby
You guys have the
swim.
same shirt on. Looks like
You and the baby, I think
the
he's
baby.
saying.
Are you saying that my shirt is babyish?
No, I'm
They're
just saying
both
you guys
rainbow-
have
rainbow
similar
action.
style. I don't know.
I don't look anything like that.
Try holding some bacon, and we'll look again.
Let me go.
Anyway,
All I have is
yeah,
veggie.
it's, yeah, veggie bacon.
The worst.
I look like an adult.
I don't look like a baby.
I don't look like a baby.
I look like I'm going to be 27.
I'm 27 already.
Heather Graham told me I did good.
She didn't even. She's just. Well,
You did good.
Oh, I thought you just.
She said
I
good
mean,
job.
she did say
She said
good job, but she just said, she was like, "All right, get at
Are
it."
you trying to say she said that to everyone?
Yeah.
She said good job to
She
everybody.
must have. It felt very courtesy. I didn't do a great job. I was too.
Courtesy good jobs are rough.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job teaching drums to children.
Or animals.
Or
in the
animals.
case.
Bridey, what kind of plugs you got? Let's talk about your
You
social
got
life.
hair plugs?
Plugs.
Earplugs.
Ear plugs, hair plugs, nose plugs,
Butt plugs.
butt
Butt
plugs.
plugs.
No butt plugs yet, but
Working on it.
working on the idea of it. Maybe someday.
Okay.
Hair?
Hair, not really necessary. I have hair.
I know a very famous actor that likes butt plugs.
Tom Cruise.
Probably.
Hair plugs.
Are we?
I don't really understand though butt plugs because is it just something that sits like the
You
depression?
sit with it.
It's just like the depression.
You just sit with it.
No, I'm sure you can get more active with your depression as well.
And the
But the butt plug, is it an in and out motion? Because that would make more sense
Well, I
to
don't
me.
think of a plug as you
Yeah,
just
it's a plug.
You just
I think you plug
It's
it up.
something that you
plug it
sit
up.
with.
You keep
know,
it.
well,
You
I
keep it
think
open?
I think a butt plug is quite comparable to a bath plug. It's either in or it's out, and there's not a
Right,
lot of
there's not a-
There's not a lot of action.
But I think the idea is that it stays.
But I would also, for the listener, admit that I know nothing about them. I'm just going with my bath plug experience on this one.
I think the idea with the butt plug is that it stimulates your
Prostate.
prostate.
Thank you, Dr. Rules.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
right? I think that's the idea
It does.
But how?
because it just sits with it.
Because
Sits with
it pokes it a little bit. Yeah. Do you ever follow this woman, Miss Angemi? She's like a
Angeline?
no, Angemi, Angemi. She's like a coroner. She like posts really crazy Instagram pics about like
Coroner? A coroner?
yeah. She works at the Mutter Museum in
Muggsy Bogues?
Philadelphia. Yeah, she does all like she
Muggsy
does coroner
Bogues.
autopsy stuff, and she
wow.
like posts like crazy, like really sort of I'm not really into that, but somehow I've began
Stumbled into
following
it.
her.
That's interesting that nobody
But
else
she
here
keeps-
brought it up except
She
you.
keeps posting like the last like 2 weeks. She's like posted like these X-rays of like things up people's ass, and she keeps being like, "There's a thing happening right now with dudes sticking things up their ass," and like, don't be afraid. Like, go to the store and buy something. Like, stop sticking bottles up your ass because this
Yeah. These are
there was an
not
X-ray
safe.
of this person with a beer bottle up their ass and was like could not get it out by pulling it out. Like we had to like have surgery on your abdomen and pull this bottle out.
Whoa.
Like stop sticking things
I
in
feel
your
like that would be
stop sticking things in your ass, kids. It might be feel good.
We went
but
from plugs to PSAs.
But I feel like beer bottles wouldn't be that
I don't know.
bad.
This means
Yeah, well, depends on how far up you go.
That's
if you're getting excited, you're getting a little
Jesus.
too much.
There's
and pop it in there.
Someone in my high school had a poster of a woman with or it was just a myth of like the woman with a Coke can in her butt, and it was just really like
that's possible.
So you're saying you never saw the poster?
I'm saying I don't know if it just lives in my imagination or if I saw it in this kid's locker.
Brady, you get
And if it was
you get a
real.
fact check. Would you like to use a fact check? I'll check it for you.
I don't know how
Coke
we
can
do
butt?
it.
Go ahead.
Coke can in the butt.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Throw your fact check away.
Here's,
Go ahead.
here's the thing about that. It must be a full can of Coke. Because if it's empty, it's, the structural integrity of
It would just get swallowed up.
you'd think it would just, crumple up.
I'm really.
You having problems with this
no,
conversation, Michael?
I'm just hoping that my therapist skips this episode of the podcast.
Does your
and
therapist
my
listen?
family.
Why? What? You're not saying anything about sticking anything up your own ass.
guys are talking about all kinds of
Butt plugs?
violations.
Oh God, we were just
Butt plug's
talking
not
about
a violation.
tugging the world, and you were laughing about it. I think we're on the same wavelength.
Totally.
Sticking stuff up your ass and tugging the world.
Heather Graham.
Heather Graham, don't
Seltzer.
come in my box.
And what's the title of this episode, Jeremy?
Top 10 items found up someone's ass.
No.
That's what I'm at right now. It's a Coke
No.
bottle. It's a mini Coke bottle, though. At least they had the respect to put
No,
one.
it's called How Do You Like Them
honey.
How Do You Like Them Lapels?
Lapels. How do you
Oh,
like them
that's
That's the name of
Lapels?
the
That's a
that's the
good
name of
one.
the episode.
It's a great one.
But it was 100-calorie cocaine, is what you're saying, so it doesn't really count.
It
was
was
a Coke
the mini
Zero.
ones, the throwback ones.
Do you guys still drink Coca-Cola?
No,
I drink the Mexican Coke sometimes when I
that-
go
yeah,
to
those
the
are
That's the
good.
to the
exception.
taco place.
I don't drink
You?
soda anymore.
I
they
do. Sometimes. I'm not like fervent.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Yeah. What?
It's free. It's free at work. It's deadly because it's free at work.
I don't have a job.
Come visit me at work. You can get all the seltzer you want.
Where do you work?
This week? Next week. Come see me next week.
Okay.
What's
Mount Vernon.
She's
Mount,
like,
actually, Mount
I'll be
Vernon.
Mount
gone.
Vernon. Yeah, I won't be gone.
See ya.
The last time I saw you, you had given up sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him now.
I still
Yeah, you
dabble.
look different.
I do coffee. I drink coffee with sugar now. Well, with it's like a mocha.
It's awful for
chocolate
you.
And I love it though.
Terrible.
Every day. That's
It's
so
awful
that's
for
my
you,
sugar,
Jeremy.
and then sometimes a little dessert at night. Why not?
Awful.
Give me a break.
Nope.
Why not?
Oh, man.
Terrible.
This is
You're just
ticking,
really,
ticking time bomb.
yeah.
I can just
Plaque in your,
I can smell the diabetes.
the plaque. The plaque's oozing.
I just live every day like Heather Graham would want me to. So
I can't believe you dated her second cousin. That's awesome. I'm starstruck.
I'll show you that we made a video once, not a sexy one, but just like a regular funny one. It's not funny at all.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's when you have.
There was a knowing look that just passed
no,
between.
there is like
I
a
know,
weird-
I know.
weird
It's
resemblance.
when we first started doing man boobs together. It was one of the videos that he showed me. Oh. And I was like,
Are you sure,
and me,
bro?
we should do comedy together. That's perfect. And then upon second review, I was like, this isn't very good.
Yeah. That's usually.
But he had a camera. So it was
That's
like,
the whole thing.
yes!
I had the
Can
drums.
make videos!
I had the drum set.
Yeah, you're our drummer because you have a van. That's why you're our drummer. You have a van.
Well, Bridey,
You must
Yeah.
have real plugs.
yeah, give
real
us
plugs.
what's your Twitter? It's
Oh, that's what you guys meant. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
had no idea when you said plugs.
We already know.
Sorry,
We already know you're
We're just doing all
unemployed.
that podcast lingo.
We know you're unemployed.
Heather-
so
I'm
you're not gonna-
unemployed.
Graham fan one at
Heather Graham, official, verified. At Bridey Lee is my Twitter. Do you need anything else from me?
Like, where are you going to be appearing at Zany's at the lab
have-
store?
A few shows this week, but that doesn't really help me, huh? I'm gonna go back to LA and do some shows. So.
Don't tell anyone. They've,
Well, no,
they've
you
been believing in your like funk breaking East
Oh,
Coastiness.
that's true.
Was that the last show that was going to be at that Shea Stadium for a while that you did with?
I
Brett?
didn't. I
Or you
couldn't
ended
do
up
it.
not
It
going?
was Easter. I thought I was free and then I couldn't. But yeah, that's last one in a while. I was on the special last week. That was fun.
Oh, that I heard
Yeah.
that.
With or without?
Special without.
Let's
Good
see
call.
what you did there.
Good call.
Gotta be sure.
Bridey, you're lovely.
Yeah, thank you so much
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for.
Let's not have it be so long next time.
I know.
Jeez.
Thanks for dealing with my closing the personal space well.
So that's
I couldn't help it.
It's fine.
Go check out Bridey in LA. She's hilarious.
She's going to do a whole segment on ukuleles when she gets back with this guy.
I would like you to be the ukulele teacher character.
Yeah, I like that too.
Because then you could just say, well, I was just studying.
Just being friendly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Research.
For the listener, a great cringe has settled upon the crowd.
Thanks, Bridey.
Thank you, guys.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Marona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. The podcast is part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective and can be found on their website at feralaudio.com. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.